They did not know what was in the box.
You're a dickhead.
What is that?
That's a felony.
That's fine.
It didn't say go that deep, but eat a heart, have an ugly child. I'm gonna go with eat a heart.
Not an expert.
You gotta throw that out
I'm
there.
okay with saying these things.
Right,
Unlike
right.
some podcasters, Joe Rogan, we all know those people. Come on now.
That person is a bag of chips, man.
So, Kristen Stewart, how do you feel about her? How do you feel about her?
What?
I think that was his thought. As in what pretense? Like what?
Actress.
Just as an actress?
I don't know how she's a person. As an actress.
Okay, never mind. As an actress, I think she is. She's from Twilight. She played Belle in Twilight.
Oh, Mike, okay. I was in the same boat.
I got you.
I'm just like, this is the part of the podcast where I'm just like, well,
I saw him look.
Still,
he was like,
look pretty. They got this.
Look pretty. This bit across his legs. Look pretty. Wow.
No, Kristen Stewart, I think.
Who's the offender now?
So.
What?
Twilight was a good movie.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Never watched it.
But I like the last one the best, but I mean all of them.
I haven't seen a single Twilight.
I saw the last one's where it was like a vision, right? Or it's like a dream.
It's showing the guy his future.
What could have happened.
Yeah.
I hated that. I remember watching it, like I was a senior high school at the time. I remember watching it in theaters with a group of friends and was like, I ain't about this. But like the one before that, I think the one before that, I saw on my first date when I saw a Twilight movie. First date in my life, I went and saw a Twilight movie.
How did it go after that?
We all
Say it again?
How did it go after that?
No. No, it went good. She was my... This is what is this for children?
No, it's not. I'm just clapping. Hang on. I've been telling myself.
I can't stand
I've been telling myself since the last episode we shot. I'm just like, damn, we really need a disclaimer. That last episode.
Well, you mean which one?
The Valentine's Day episode.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, we need.
I
We need a disclaimer.
But yeah, my first girlfriend, she was my waitress at IHOP.
What's her name? Eileen.
I pulled that.
What's her name? Eileen.
What's wrong with
Eileen? Why's that so specific?
What's wrong with
Why is it so specific? I don't,
Oh my God.
do you know somebody named Eileen?
No.
Who works at IHOP in Belton?
Phil, you're smart. Think about it. So if she works at IHOP,
Eileen.
Oh,
this man got all these sayings to make fun of people.
I told you he's a menace.
Yo, you a menace to society. South Central.
Good movie.
We'll talk about Wayne's brother in a second. But yeah, she was my waitress. Pulled her on Halloween. And then, first date in November. We ended up going to.
Oh no, it was in November. It was in November.
What's that?
There's a golden rule. There's a golden rule for men.
I'm grown.
November is a good month.
Men for men.
I'm grown. I don't follow these rules.
he was nutting all over that place.
Listen, I didn't say nothing. No, and then we went on the first date. We went to Old Chicago. Went to Old Chicago.
I've never been.
Don't.
Okay.
I don't love Old Chicago.
I got
it was like all
from them.
Metcalf, and I thought me a little fancy. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I'm high school trying to mac on her and all that. I had a burger. She had salad.
She was being courteous. Did you pay for it?
I did. I didn't have no money.
She was being courteous.
And I appreciate that. We actually, we're still in communication.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
We're still cordial. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She was definitely being generous. Because it wasn't my money to spend. Thanks, parents. Right. 1,000%. I don't know job. My job was sports. That's my job. I didn't have no extra job besides that. Right. But we went there and then we saw a Twilight movie, and then that's like my only memory.
Okay. That's it.
I never saw the ones before that one. I've only seen that one, which would have been November of 2011.
Yep.
And then I saw the one that came out probably the summer of 2012. And then the next one, and that's the last one.
Yep, because the last one was in 2 parts.
Mm-hmm. Trash.
So you didn't see the first one?
I haven't seen the first ones at all. No. Okay. Kristen Stewart, going back to that, didn't capture me enough.
Okay.
She was not my draw to that movie, because I like werewolves, and so that brought me to it. So I was always Team Jacob.
Yeah, I was Team Jacob too, man.
So
I can tell.
Team Jacob.
But yeah, Kristen Stewart, she's fine. She's I've never been she's phenomenal. She's a great actress. I've never
Well, I'm gonna name some other movies she's been in. The movies that I've seen that she was in. are Twilight,
Yep.
Adventureland, which I actually really enjoyed actually. And that's it.
That's not it.
Zenthura.
She's in
Zathura?
She is in Zathura.
She's in Zathura?
She is.
Oh, she's the sister, isn't
Yeah,
she?
she is. Yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. And
I
then-
have seen a Kristen Stewart movie.
You made it.
We and their boys.
You made
You
it.
made it. And then I think Charlie's Angels. She directed.
No, she was in the new one.
But was she in it or she directed?
She was in it.
She was in it?
She was one of the angels. That's
She was-
right.
Okay.
And the re-
I
'cause
don't
it
think it
was-
did well, did it?
It didn't.
Haven't seen it.
It didn't.
Do you know what Charlie's Angels is though? Like the three women. They do the thing from Scary Movie 2. Right? That's how I remember it with the fountain. Right. Yeah, scary movie.
The movie didn't. It didn't do great.
No, but like she just like
because it's a reboot.
you know like there's some actors and actresses that just have like a certain kind of charisma.
She doesn't have that.
For some reason, like she just never had the charisma for me. But like,
Yeah, because
she never did it for me. For
she's
some
like,
reason.
yeah, I'm like, I don't want to be here. She's like, she always plays it.
Like she was like trying too hard.
No, she like it's just her, I think like you said, it's like some actors just have that charisma, like that personality. Her personality is just like it's very just like
Detached.
It's very like small and like I'm detached. Like I'm kind of just like
Do you have a favorite actress?
actress.
Actress.
Sanaa Lathan.
Who? What?
Who?
You said actress, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who'd you say?
Who'd you say?
Sanaa Lathan.
Who's that?
So like,
Y'all looking hard. Don't make me.
Why do you look up Kristen Stewart movies? All right, spell her name right now.
Loving basketball.
Have not.
Oh, that's her name.
Have not
So,
seen
She was
the
in.
movie.
She was in The Wood.
Did I
funny-
say her name wrong or something?
No, so fun fact. So there are certain actors and actresses that like you don't like you can see their face, but you don't know like their names. Like that's one of that's she's one of those to me.
thought
Where,
you
like
said,
I was like because she's in The Best Man. She's in like all all these other movies. She's in AVP. She's in like so I know she is, but I never knew her name.
I never knew her name was Sanaya. That's like Shania, but like black. It is. I don't know why I came to mind. Like that's like Shania Twain.
I was like, y'all made me feel like I saying her name wrong?
No,
not at all. No, but she was in Loving Basketball, The Best Man, Alien vs. Predator, Brown Sugar, Blade, The Best Man Holidays, The Wood, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. She was in Life.
know you're looking
She was
up
in
that. I need to
Life.
see.
There you go.
Life is. Life is one of the greatest comedy films ever made.
That
top
was
three.
Martin's wife, right?
No, it was a girlfriend that she ended up
Yeah, girlfriend, yeah.
going for his cousin, whatever, the lawyer. Yeah. She was in a lot of movies. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Dang,
That's a good one.
you kind of stand kind of high.
So
Ask a question. I'm like, oh.
no, so I was gonna give you an example of what I meant by I was like I couldn't picture who she was by her name.
Okay.
Tell me who Bokeem Woodbine is.
I'm looking at the picture and I don't know who that is.
When I show this guy's face, don't look up at Phil.
I'm not.
Is that the guy from
Bokeem Woodbine.
Amistad?
I don't know.
You're proving your point very well.
I haven't seen Amistad.
Yeah. See,
All right.
Amistad.
I don't know who this is. I'm by name.
Right. He's basically every black man you see in every movie. He played in Spider-Man: Homecoming. He was the Shocker, the black guy in the Shocker. He played. He was also in Ray. He's the guy. He's this guy.
Let me see.
I don't.
Oh, he's always the bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's in almost every movie. Like he's in a ton of movies, but like you never know his name, who he is.
Same kind of deal.
Yeah, like so.
Same
Yeah,
kinda deal.
that's what I meant by when I said her. I was like, I know who she is. I just couldn't think of her name. I just couldn't I couldn't put a name to a face.
I got you.
But yeah. So, but no, favorite actress. You have one?
Oh my God.
Who's your favorite actress?
Alison Brie.
Oh, from Community.
Oh yeah. Alison
Okay.
Brie from Community.
Okay.
She was in Glow.
Yep.
Didn't she just get an award?
No, but she's married to Dave Franco, and they're coming out with a new movie February 10th, a new rom-com that they're coming out with. Yeah,
Phil excited.
The rom-com is out.
Can
Go
you
see
show
it.
me a picture?
Here's a link
Go-
up here.
Yeah, the
Alison
link. The
That girl.
for reference, he's talking about the movie that's already been released. We're ahead of schedule.
Yeah. It has already been released. My bad. But yeah, Alison Brie, she's one of my favorite actresses for sure.
Who's my favorite actresses? That's a good
You said
question.
that plural. That means you already
I
have
have, I
one.
have some others.
Oh no, that,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Give me something.
Aaliyah.
Like the jet crashing, Aaliyah.
Why you had to do all that and say all that?
So Phil,
There's a
you
battle rap
Phil,
line in my head. What? It's okay.
you because you unfortunately missed our Valentine's Day episode,
Right.
and we learned some stuff about Mike.
We did.
So that's not surprising anymore that he said Leah. Before if we didn't do Valentine's Day episode, I'd be surprised. But after doing that, it makes perfect sense.
You love her?
I do.
Did you cook your eggs and grits in the morning?
You don't like eggs? Come on now.
You should tip her.
Aaliyah. That was awful. Wow, that was awful. That was like really messed up.
But there it
I
is.
appreciate it.
There it
but
is.
really messed up joke. Wow. Did you tip her?
Grits in the morning.
I can't.
Wow. But like, what she acted? Besides,
Romeo Must Die. Hold on. Let me look.
Hang on, I need to peruse this list.
Yeah, peruse.
hey, while we're doing that, let's talk about Allison Brie for a second.
Yeah, go to Alison Brie.
Allison Brie. No, because she was in this movie that I greatly enjoy that she was in, and it's called The Little Hours. The Little Hours is with her and Aubrey Plaza, and then they're nuns, and they're just like trying to like venture out of their nun world because they don't like being in like the confined.
Right.
It's a hilarious movie. She was also in one of my all-time favorite TV shows, Mad Men. And I don't know if you've seen Mad Men or not, but I love Mad Men. You know what I mean? Listen,
You love Madden?
white people
All right, good start.
in their worlds, like there's just certain aspects of white world that like is so foreign to me that it's real to them that it might as well be fiction.
Okay.
And 1950s high class business world might as well be fiction to me. And I'm just like, this is hilarious, right? But like at the same time, Jerry Springer might as well be fiction because it's like the opposite of that. But it's just like it's crazy. White people are crazy, and they got crazy ways of living life. And I like seeing some of that shit because in my in my world, we watch The Wood. You know what I mean?
Right,
we watch
right.
Friday. We watch Good Times and Sanford and Sons.
Yeah.
So for me to see like in that other aspect, I find it very, very interesting to me. And so like Mad Men like falls into that category. Breaking Bad, very similar thing.
Yeah.
I can go on and on about different scenarios like that.
I feel so bad that I'm scrolling through this list. I'm like,
I found mine. Sorry, my brain was kind of like my brain tends to do that when like I get like a lot of options. Like I can't just pick one, so I have to like compartmentalize it to see kind of like pick through it.
it's built different. I just can't think of one at all.
My favorite actress is Viola Davis.
Hang on.
Really?
I like her.
Like,
I'm always drawn to her like in her movies. That she, like either if it's how to get away with murder,
Right.
Or The Help, or even in Suicide Squad, or like Peacemaker, Woman King. Like she
Woman King, that was a good movie.
Fences. Like she has a gravitas about her, and like but like she has like she can do the like hysterical black woman very like in how to get away with murder. She has scenes where she's like phenomenal.
Did you see her Michelle Obama?
What did you say? No.
Did you see her Michelle Obama? You should look up her. You should like clip here or something.
Right.
Like her Michelle Obama impersonation.
We can. Yeah, we can do it.
Do it.
Okay.
Philip, who
It
did
is
you
nuts.
get?
It's wild. For you to be a fan of her,
Right.
I'm also a fan of hers.
Yeah.
But like this, it's 2 years ago. In the last 2 years, she came out with this, and it is so bad. It is crazy. She would do all these. It's crazy lips. Trying to do. She's like.
The West Wing is concerned that a black first lady is talking about race. Can we quit?
Apparently not.
Damn.
It's not supposed to be a satire on Michelle Obama, but it comes off as one.
Right.
To where people were just clowning her on Twitter for like days.
Right.
It was crazy. You gotta clip it for sure.
Who did you pick, Philip?
Allison Brie.
Alison Brie.
Hang on.
I was gonna
should've
pick
put- I
another
should've
one
picked
too.
the sister.
I got some more.
I was like, I got you.
I'm like,
What'd you say?
I said I have
Jada
some
Pinkett.
more actresses
Oh, okay.
I don't actually think
That's
people
awesome.
I like Queen Latifah.
Queen
Set It
Latifah.
Off is a
Set It
fantastic
Off.
movie. Speaking of Jada Pinkett, Set It Off, Queen Latifah, Taxi with Jimmy Fallon.
Chicago?
Oh my god, I love Taxi.
Yeah, Chicago, yes.
Taxi.
She was in Hairspray.
Barbershop.
She had her own little spinoff from Barbershop too.
The barbershop.
She had her own little spinoff, the beauty shop I think it was called.
Yeah.
Fine. But like Queen Latifah, she was in the episode of Fresh Prince also.
Oh, yeah, she was.
Like and then Living Single. Yeah, Queen Latifah. This is just me rounding off my
Hustle.
knowledge base of
I don't know if y'all seen
Black
women in their craft.
She was in
Happy Black History Month.
Hustle.
Happy Black
with
History
Adam
Month.
Oh,
Sandler.
she's a hustler.
Wait,
She's
with
a
what?
hustle. She's a hustle.
Is she?
Yep. She
I haven't seen it. Remember?
yeah. She plays his,
And then
his,
Just
like,
Right
his wife.
with Common.
What is it? I didn't like that movie.
I like that movie.
Okay. He bullies bullies. I had to back up.
One thing I appreciate about Phil so much, and I've seen it a lot, like so much in the edit when I'm editing. He has this ability to just make you feel so like your opinion just feels so
So
dumb.
small. It's like so
little.
small.
He said, "Oh really? Oh, okay. No.
I don't.
You're like,
look back at the camera.
you're like, damn.
That's on me.
It's so funny because it's like it's so good, so quick. It's so good.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't respect nobody's opinion. No, I'm joking. But I saw that movie once with Common. I think the thing that bothered me about it bothered me sometimes about sports movies, is when they don't use real teams.
You don't like that. That's the
In that movie?
They use the Nets, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, those were real teams at the time.
Those are real
In the
teams.
Miami Heat and Dallas and the Magic. Yeah.
Maybe that's like Mike.
That's a whole different movie, man. 'Cause I was like, it was a real basketball team.
I'm 100% agree. That's a big that
Or
grinds
Friday Night
my
Lights,
gears.
Or any given Sunday.
Miami Sharks. Like that grinds my gears when these big budget Hollywood movies they do these fake NBA or football teams. You're like,
they can't be biased. Like,
I mean, no, I think
just pay for it.
it's different if a movie's using like a fake restaurant or a fake fast restaurant, because like those things could possibly exist. You just would have no idea unless they're like, it's the biggest chain in the world, like McDowell, something like that, right?
Right.
That's different.
Right.
But if it's like a franchise, like a multi-billion-dollar team that everybody watches, I'm like, we know the Sharks. Like, also, the Sharks is kind of a trash mascot. like, are we doing this? But in that movie, I think it was the Nets though. So actually, I think I was.
wait, what movie are we talking about? No, I lost it.
just right.
I think I saw like 5 minutes of that movie.
I
And
for sure
remember,
seen it one time.
I remember if this is the right movie. Stop shaking your head.
Boy, I tell ya. Boy,
If I remember right, it's because it was after the game, right? She saw Common, and he saw the car she was driving.
Oh yeah.
And he still invited her to the party.
That's the right movie. I think that's right. Yep, that's the right movie.
she was in The Equalizer,
What?
Yep, the TV show.
damn.
Oh, the TV show. Yeah, she was the Equalizer.
Bringing Down the House.
That's a good show, man.
So I have an issue with
I see.
yeah, she plays Manny's significant other in
for
the
her.
Get
your check,
I have an
Queen.
issue. Hang on. I have a problem for both of them, the movie and the show, because to his point about with Coming to America not being believable or not being able to like relate to it with the Equalizer, I'm like, there's no way Denzel the way he looks he's doing in Equalizer. There's no way.
It's a universe he's in.
Denzel talk?
And then what'd you say?
Are we doing this Denzel talk right now?
No, no. I was saying my problem with both the TV show and the movie of
Rob, you look
Equalizer.
like you got a fire under you, though.
Queen Latifah, I was like, she gonna be doing all that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so I know your point. I see that. So, but you're saying Equalizer itself, as with Denzel, was still good, right?
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
I still enjoy the movie. I just mean like
To make her the Equalizer.
I had to believe like it's called the
Have you watched
plausible
the TV show?
Plausible not huh?
Have you watched the TV show?
I just told you why I didn't, because the plausible deniability that I have to go through to
Trying to
believe
tell
that
me
she
that
can
I
do
believe
these things is high.
But you watched the Equalizer, the movie, right?
Well,
Right.
no. So, Mike, so the whole idea is
But
like...
you said, you don't believe Denzel can. Hold on, what's going on?
Take
here?
it back to Saved by the Bell. Time out.
No, I'm gonna save you some time, because a movie is an hour and a half, 2 hours. A TV show is 8-10 hours. After depending on the program or on the network, like for example, CW shows 45 minutes, 22 episodes a season. So that adds up. So I think that was on like NBC. I think so. It's probably like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and you might have 10 episodes a season. that's 6 hours, 7 hours. So 2 hour movie to a 7 hour, 8 hour time.
Well, okay, so is it?
So that's why I didn't.
Wait, so I thought you were approaching more from the idea of like, what's a good? Okay, perfect example. The plausible deniability, right? That '90s show.
Did you see the Equalizer?
Damn it!
I'm sorry.
You're right. No, you're right. He's getting quick. He's getting quicker. He's getting comfortable. The bully's coming out. He's getting comfortable.
Did you see the Equalizer?
Listen, I know we're talking about something else, but I need you to tell me right now. Did you see the Equalizer?
Did you?
I got an offer.
I saw the Equalizer 2. Did not see the first one.
What is wrong with you?
No, hang on. Again, like I said, I'm not saying the show is bad. I was just saying, like, for me, my mental state of trying to to believe
I've never
that she's
seen either
doing
one
it,
of them.
I'm like,
How come he doesn't get any smoke?
Because I didn't want to go say nothing. No, I wasn't going to say a word. But now I felt kind of bad. So I was like, no, I might as well just say that too. But I haven't seen it. It's directed by Spike Lee, right?
Yes.
The movie?
I believe
Yeah, it's
so.
like one of Spike Lee's like biggest budgets ever. I
'Cause
think.
the first one did well enough that they made the
think
second
you go from
one.
like,
well, the third one's coming out.
you're the expert.
The third one's coming out. Like I've seen like behind the scenes photos of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I don't know. Yeah.
It's Equalizer is really good because I know we talked about that thing about Denzel only having that one role.
It's not true.
I didn't say anything.
Philadelphia. You ever seen it?
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything.
Have you seen it though?
I didn't say anything.
Have you seen it though?
I didn't say anything.
Philadelphia. Denzel, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks has cancer. Denzel's his lawyer representing him.
See,
he is not angry at all.
If he was smart, he'd pull this one out. Him. You all right?
No, I was like, he didn't direct.
Who did
Another
Equalizer?
one of my sources. Wrong. What? Like to,
No, the one I said, the one that I thought of when that argument came up, that puts all that argument to shame, that he only plays an angry black man, the preacher's wife. He plays an angel in that movie,
Yeah.
and he's so happy, so joyful. Like, so again, remember, I never said
Yeah,
I
you said
agree
you
with
saw
it
it from a podcast.
Yeah, I just said I was like, interesting take, interesting.
I think that just means that you don't know. No, you don't. Antoine Fuqua.
Antoine Fuqua.
Fuqua.
Yep.
Fuqua say that. I don't. Yeah, if you that take going back to that take, that just means you haven't seen a Denzel.
Right.
You see, that means you just haven't.
Would
seen
you
it.
call John Q an angry black man?
Yes, he's
But
angry
rightfully
at his
so.
son.
Rightfully so, though. Like, and that's why, like, again, like when he
See,
said it,
okay, so are you seeing it too? Because he was more upset than angry.
Justifiably angry, though.
But he was upset.
Angry black. It was a reason.
He was really upset.
Yeah, there
He
are.
wanted to protect his son.
the argument stemmed from this guy saying that, for example, you take Leonardo DiCaprio, his roles, he has comedic, he has special needs, he has like
Racism.
He has a racist like there are these quadrants that he plays in. Whereas, unfortunately, due to our skin color, we only get so many certain roles. So like that's also a chink in the armor of that argument, because like I said, because of him being black, he can only play like so many roles, like be it a slave, be it a angry cop, be it like until he became Denzel, then he could kind of branch out to other things.
He did what he was good at.
Whereas Leo, when he was 14, 15 years old, could play, which he didn't go great. He could play, he could do the other roles because he was a white
so
American.
He
get an
also
Oscar.
wasn't angry in flight.
Yeah,
Right.
He was just like
He was
depressed.
depressed.
Yeah, he wasn't angry in flight.
Yeah.
He should
But
have
like,
got an Oscar for Malcolm X.
let's say that
I think the whole thing is like, you don't pin it as being an angry black man. You pin it as him being a stoic black man, because it wasn't so much like his emotions would be all over the place. What his emotion was in one movie stayed that emotion. He might have one moment where it might have switched, but he played that role.
he's in the greatest football movie of all time. Remember the Titans? He wasn't angry there either.
That movie.
But that's the thing. But he still
He wasn't angry. He wasn't angry. Remember the Titans? He was assertive.
That's what he played.
He was determined.
He was determined, assertive, motivated, all kind of stuff. But it took. Was this person black?
Yes.
Who said this in the podcast? I don't know about the guy. Because that take doesn't seem like something a black movie goer would say, because they will understand these dynamics though.
Right.
They'll understand the differences between angry, stoic, ambitious, etc. Right?
Right.
But like to just say angry, that's like, do you not have many words in your vocabulary? Like, what's going on there? You know what I mean? Yeah, you might have unsubscribe. Unclick that notification bell.
He was a guest on because it was on Flagrant too, and so he was a guest on the on their show.
How did they react to it?
I don't remember his name.
Good.
How did everyone else react to it?
They were like, huh? Like kind of how we did. We're like, what? Like really?
But did they agree? Like in the grand scheme of things?
I don't think they did. Because
there's this.
I don't think they did.
There's this. There's this comedian named Shane Gillis, and he has a stand-up bit talking about remember the Titans of how like they fix racism in the football season. It's like 8 games. Come on in.
I remember that. Yeah, it's funny.
It's crazy. It's like, you're right. He was like, what? 8 weeks? We just like love black people now? That's crazy. Like, y'all winning? It's high school? Like, it's hilarious.
I got you.
But
that's a great movie. I cried that movie.
Remember
every
Titans?
time.
That was a good movie.
Strong Side. Yeah, it's a movie. It's a great movie.
Strong Side.
That's the best football movie, in my opinion.
It really, hey, man, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it now. Like, that whole last 5 minutes of that movie,
favorite basketball movie. Ooh. I know mine off bat.
Coach Carter?
He Got Game.
So fun fact. Well, no. So actually, I've never seen that still.
He Got Game.
But Ray Allen, I still haven't seen that movie.
Listen,
and Denzel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I still haven't seen
that one. He Got Game has this one. You seen it, right? Yeah. You seen it, Ron?
No.
I'll
tell you for you know.
So He Got Game. So the premise of the movie is, Ray Allen, Judah Shuttlesworth, is the #1 player in the country. All these colleges want to recruit him, all kind of stuff, but he's coming out of like Coney Island, the projects, right? They have this one scene where, the neighborhood booster, I guess you would call him, right, is driving around in his car, telling him all the different distractions that come up with your #1 player and why he won't make it and things like that. And it is 8 minutes maybe, but it's the realest 8 minutes in any basketball movie I've ever seen. It's incredible. I think it's so well shot and so well done and so realistic to what these people have to come over and fight through and overcome. Mm-hmm. It's incredible. I saw the movie the first time in middle school, and then I was like, and I'm just hooked. My number in high school was number 34 because of Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Really?
Okay. Like that movie impacted me drastically. It's crazy.
But what you
that
said,
wasn't me. That was not me.
He didn't say anything.
Coach Carter, that was a good movie, man.
Coach Carter is really good. I feel like it's too easy though. Out of all basketball movies,
I take that back. You know what my favorite basketball movie is?
What?
Tropic Thunder. No, not Tropic Thunder.
I was like,
yes,
what?
No. Wait. No. Semi-pro. No, it's semi because they call it tropics. That's why I got it confused.
Jackie Moon.
I was like, they got a basketball in the jungle. Ben Affleck got a crossover.
That's a good movie.
That's funny. I saw Semi-Pro for the first time 3 weeks ago.
Dang, I feel bad about saying this.
Never seen it, huh? You never seen it, huh, Mike? Yeah. Never seen the movie.
Finally got Mike. Finally got him.
Same episode.
Semi-Pro,
Count it.
Semi-Pro is a really funny movie though.
It's
Jackie Moon and it's really funny.
Inventing the alley-oop.
100,000 just athletic.
Wait a minute.
People can't just go flying through the air like that. Foul. Double foul.
Wait. What? I guess you can do it. That's a funny movie. That's a funny movie. Do you have one?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with it. Could be recency biased, but Hustle, because it talks about all those points of it shows what it really takes to make it to the league,
right.
in a very authentic and real way,
right?
Which I think people need to see. And the acting is surprisingly good from the basketball player who's actually an NBA player in real life. So he actually did a pretty good job for his first movie. But then just the way the story of it, how it plays out. That's probably my favorite.
Probably recently biased.
Probably. Because I was looking through them because I was like, Coach Carter, yeah, I enjoyed it, but it was trying. I said it was trying to be too much like Remember the Titans, like because it came out like newest. Like remember, there's a span of time.
They're both based off true stories.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I see similarities.
And they came out like around the same time. Like hang on, there's an era. Hang on, if you go look at the posters, like Glory Road, Remember the Titans, that one we just said, Coach Carter. Like the posters are all like the same.
What's the guy's name in it? The guy from Magic Mike. What's his name?
Channing Tatum.
Yep.
I forgot he's in there.
I'm about to say that, then I was like, am I getting confused with Jason Tatum?
Yeah,
right. Yeah, Channing Tatum. It got him in it. Like and then it got the kid from Cousin Skeeter. Remember that show?
Cousin Skeeter.
Remember that show on Nickelodeon? It's got the little. He was on 101. That was Coach Carter's son. He got that guy in it. Yeah.
Got the Spanish guy. I forgot his name.
The one with the curly hair.
Yeah.
He was in. I saw him recently in like a party movie, like something random. I can't remember what it was.
Was it that computer movie? Shoot, I know.
Keep talking.
No, the other one I had in mind was Above the Rim.
Never seen it.
Nope.
So when you said, what movie did you say?
He got game.
Yeah. So when you said that, I was like, oh, I just saw that movie. I was like, wait, no, I didn't.
You saw Above the Rim.
Above the Rim. I think you would like it.
I know I would. It's just one of those movies. It's one with Tupac, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen Tupac movie.
It's really good. So,
for some reason,
never seen Juice.
Never seen Juice. Never seen Poetic Justice.
Damn.
I just never really.
I'm right there with you.
His name is Rick Gonzalez. And
see, I'm the guy who can wait to. Never seen it. Me neither.
Was the movie you talking about was Pulse?
I'll get
Pulse.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking at it right now. Because he was in Roll Bounce.
Yeah.
Bounce time.
He was in Roll Bounce, that VH1 classic.
I feel like movies like that should have hit a higher note.
What is a higher note than that?
Had a second, like a different, like that genre should have kept coming out. I feel like
what genre?
Like Roll Bounce.
It's like it's like a not like a would you call it like a soft comedy? Like
yeah,
or just a comedy? Like
because it's almost like a slice of life.
Right.
Realistically,
yeah.
He was an old school. That's what it was.
I think what happened was just movies shifted. Whereas, because like, obviously now it's like it's about the big blockbuster. It's about the
you don't even get the guy in the trailers anymore. Coming to theaters, like he's not even there anymore.
I watched a movie based off of that. There's a movie based off of like people trying to become the next
trailer guy.
The next trailer guy. It was really not great, but it was fine. It was like one of those movies that like you just won't remember. But
right.
Unless it comes up.
Hey, wait a minute, wait. Yeah, you remembered it. So
I'm surprised you didn't say like Mike.
I thought about it. I mean,
it's a classic.
Like
for age demographic, it's a classic.
So for me, so here's kind of how I approach movies. I love all movies, all film. I gravitate, if it's not a superhero movie, I gravitate more towards like sentimental, like depth, like movies with depth in it, right? So like
you want to feel it.
Yeah, I want to feel it. Like so. I love like Mike, and obviously I was a demographic when it came out. Like I was a kid when it came out, so I definitely enjoyed like Mike, but. If I had to pick my favorite, I'm gonna pick a movie that made me feel something that made me like.
So like Rebound with Martin Lawrence. Do you remember that movie?
Oh
Kinda.
yeah, I do remember that. Holy crap! But yeah, it's funny because when you said, I was like, no, and they were like, it was like zip. I was like, oh, that's right.
Rebound Martin Lawrence. Well, that was a crazy bad movie. But like as a kid, it's like a kid movie, but like there's like levels to kids movies, right? So like, it's how I was thinking about it. So like, there's the genre of kid movie. But there's like high quality and there's just extremely low quality.
Yeah, right.
And I think like Mike is high quality.
Yeah, it's very
good. Lessons. Yeah. It actually had NBA stars in it.
Had Morris Chestnut.
Had good acting in his
prime.
And Sean Moss. Lil Bow Wow was not a bad actor.
He wasn't.
By any means.
He wasn't.
Lil Romeo, we can argue. Lil Bow Wow wasn't a bad actor though. Because he was in that. He was in Roll Bounce. Yeah. He's in a couple different things that kind of showcase that ability. But then, Rebound was just like, oh, we got Martin Lawrence and we're just going to put him out there and just make something.
Well, that was during during the era that Martin Lawrence was in a lot of movies like that. Because the other one that instantly came to mind was Black Knight.
Oh, yeah. I like Black Knight.
I like that movie too.
I do a lot, actually. I don't know why. It's like, because I used to be a Martin Lawrence. I used to be a big Martin Lawrence fan, like a big one.
Hey man, he has some heavy hitters.
Blue Streak.
Oh, bro. Oh, I love Blue
Since y'all just said Martin Lawrence, I'll just throw this in there.
National Security.
Did y'all hear the announcement that Bad Boys 4 is coming out?
Bad Boys 4 is coming out.
I'm a big fan of Bad Boys.
I've got to see 3.
Same.
I've seen
I've seen
the
one and
first
two.
two. I haven't seen three, but I've only heard good things about three.
Right,
But
right.
like, it's one of those things where I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
Especially before 4 comes out.
It's a good movie.
Is it?
I believe it.
Yeah, I've never.
I've heard
I
good things.
haven't heard any bad
Yeah,
things about
right.
it.
And believe me, we would have if it came out and
That's
sucked.
after everything else
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
been going
It
on.
wouldn't be a Bad Boys 4 if it Bad
too.
Boy
Yeah,
3 was
That
bad.
is a very accurate statement.
But Will
Yeah.
Smith and Martin Lawrence together, man, is awesome.
You ever seen the movie Nothing to Lose with Martin Lawrence? Where he's like tries to rob this white dude from his car, and then the white dude is like his wife had just cheated on him. The white guy from Shawshank Redemption, the main character, and his wife had just cheated on him, so he was like ready to like
Just end it.
he didn't care.
Right.
So all of a sudden Martin Lawrence was like, do this, do that. He's like, shoot me. All of a sudden they like go on a road trip and like together. It's a hilarious movie. It came out in like the 90s. It's like rated R. It's a good movie though. Nothing to lose. But that used to be my favorite comedy movie. It used to be my favorite comedy movie, and then it shifted over time. But yeah, Martin Lawrence, top tier comedian, and Martin, obviously,
Martin.
the show Martin.
Martin.
That goes without saying.
Yeah.
And he was in House Party too. So
Yeah, that's true. Have you seen? It's called "What's the Worst That Could Happen" with Martin Lawrence. It's him and Danny DeVito.
nah, I ain't seen
Bro.
that.
That sounds good.
Bro,
I've seen that.
when I tell you, like, you haven't seen it?
I've seen
Oh
it.
yeah, okay. You're a comedy guy. You will.
it called?
It's called "What's the Worst That Could Happen."
I will look at it. 6%. Actually, I got nothing to do. All right. It's called. So repeat that one more time for the audience, not for me.
What's the worst that could happen?
What is
Okay.
the
It's
worst
him
that
and
can
Danny. It's him and Danny DeVito. And so basically, he's a thief, and so and he tries to rob Danny DeVito, and then like
No, I never even heard of this.
it's so
Is
funny.
It's what year it come out? Oh, it's on Prime. Ooh, it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's funny. You'll like it. You'll
What
like
year
it.
did it come out? I got Bernie Mac in it. Listen,
2001.
listen. Is Bernie Mac the greatest black? I won't even subjugate it that way.
Okay.
Is Bernie Mac the greatest comedic actor?
Look here, America.
That with
No,
the. No, I see. I'm one more time. I'm
Okay.
preface this one more time.
Okay.
Is Bernie Mac the greatest comedic actor outside of a major role?
So
Guest appearances.
right. I was gonna add that to it.
Yes.
Yes. Life.
Hang on. He
hilarious.
shows up in Transformers for like 5 minutes and destroys.
Come on,
Mama,
Mama.
I'll
This ain't my car.
slap your hand, break your hand, bitch. Like,
Right.
For 5 minutes, he's in it, and like it's amazing. So yeah,
Friday?
I agree. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Like that is like I think about it sometimes. Where like, because I grew up watching the Bernie Mac show.
He's in
Yeah,
good Above the
show.
Rim.
Is he?
Yeah, he's great in that movie too.
See that
like,
it's
yeah.
crazy because he didn't get his start in movies until he was older.
Yeah, right.
But I'm just like, he really came in, and no matter how small the role,
Yeah.
you're like, this man's killing it.
Yeah.
He gave it his all.
Yeah.
Everything. I'm like, this is crazy. And then he was in I personally like the movie Mr. 3000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I love that movie. I think it's a very underrated baseball movie. Like everybody's like, oh, Sandlot and Field of Dreams, whatever it is. But like Mr. 3000,
Same last. Yeah. Same last.
prime time, and I like also just love black baseball movies, like because there's so many whites in baseball that like there's so many like The Rookie and all these other stuff that's like let's just like a black person in baseball. Okay, Bernie Mac's gonna be the main character. My whole family went to theaters and saw it. I was like, this is prime time.
I know it's a pivot, but did you ever see 42
That's what I was about to say, man.
Have I seen 42?
The Jackie
Chadwick?
Robinson story.
with Chadwick?
No.
I think you like
What?
it. I think you enjoy it.
Actually, no. I did see it. I didn't pay much attention, but I did see it.
Don't say that on here.
Why?
That was a good movie, man.
It might even be a good movie, but here's my thing. For better or for worse,
Go sit down.
for better or for worse, and you won't know this, but like, I know a lot about the Negro Leagues because my dad's written like 11 books on Negro League baseball,
Okay.
and he's like the founder of the museum. So like, I'm like embedded in it.
Right.
So like, I didn't feel like I needed to see it. It didn't kind of rush, and then I saw it. I actually do remember seeing it, but it wasn't like I didn't go to theaters to see it. I was at my girlfriend's house at the time, and we watched it on her big screen downstairs, surround sound.
Wasn't that Chadwick's first movie?
No, not his first movie.
That wasn't his
It
first
might
movie.
be his
It
first
was
biopic.
close. It was close.
Might be his first biopic, but it wasn't his first movie though.
I mean, because he was really young in that movie. Because what was before it then?
What? Didn't he play a cop?
That was after 21 Bridges.
I haven't seen 42, but once again, You're like, name some black baseball movies. There not gonna be that many. And you know what I mean? Like, obviously, there's gonna be a lot of football ones, gonna be a lot of basketball ones, and apparently, there's some tennis ones with what's it called? Will Smith playing the Williams' father. There's that one, but like, I just like a good sports movie though.
He was in The Express in 2008.
Polar Express?
No, it was The Express about another black.
I wouldn't know
football player.
I would have been like, yeah, that one.
Was 42 his verse?
Well, no, it says The Express was in 2008, and then 42 in 2013. But no. Well, here. Well, so Ron doesn't feel left out.
It's too late.
The man already got up and left.
No, he came back. He went bathroom, came back. No, so because like I said, we're in movies. So DC recently announced finally their new slate coming out for like the next 5 years. Okay, do you feel you can jump in on the conversation?
I can try.
Okay. I'll try. Okay. If not, we'll go quick into the other topic that I know you can jump in on. Why am I even here? God dang it, Rod. But there were a lot of because are you a DC guy, Marvel guy, both guy, no matter what guy?
I keep my ear to the streets.
What you say?
Keep my ear to the streets.
You're to the streets.
Yeah, I watched the whole rollout. I know what's going on.
Well,
I know what's happening. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't necessarily define myself as a guy of anything, but like I'm very aware.
Okay.
'Cause I just like the culture.
Yes.
It's like the
Mainstream.
comic book, pre-mainstream.
Okay.
Absolutely hipster.
DC Marvel guy, or you don't care?
I like them both.
Like them both.
Because I was introduced to the cinematic universe of Marvel first, I'm kind of biased on that one.
Right.
Granted, I see the separate thing of, well, I can't jump on this conversation.
See,
but
I got you.
so nice.
Please go off. Please. Yeah, this is your time.
Basically, I was introduced to the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole. So it was just kind of like, in my brain, Marvel movies, DC shows. But not even like the realistic, like Flash or all them cartoon shows.
Animated, yep.
Yeah. Teen Titans for the win. Like, absolutely. That Teen Titans Go has a lot of canon stuff in that, but original Teen Titans was my thing. So for me, and also I like the DC games a lot. Because I feel like, I don't know, it's weird. I just feel like they're more, as people will say if they're DC fans, it feels more realistic. It seems more dark. I mean, granted, I don't know if the viewers know this. I don't know if you guys know this. Do you guys know what DC stands for?
No, I don't.
Oh, I'm about to make you go, excuse me?
Dark Horse Comics?
So they're called DC Comics, right? When you say DC, when you see the comics, you call them DC Comics, right?
Right.
DC stands for Detective Comics.
Okay.
So you're calling them Detective Comics. There it is.
Okay.
That's bad branding.
I mean,
That's why they just say DC.
right.
I mean, you got Batman.
Yeah, I think they called it. They were like, we should not.
That's bad marketing. Right? Yeah. But you got Batman.
The one detective.
That's why they don't say the names of DC. They just say DC Comics. You know?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Here's
That's
what I'll do.
crazy.
So here's what I'll do. I'll just read off, and so I'm gonna read these off,
Right.
and then just when I'm done, I want you guys to kind of say if there's one like stuck out to you, or one that might pique your interest,
Right.
or be like, no, those all sound stupid.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So for the slate of DC for the next 5 years, you have Shazam: The Fury of the Gods, the Flash movie, Blue Beetle, Aquaman 2. I can't read the text on this. Aquaman 2. So those are the ones that are coming out, and those were made in the last regime, right? So those are already made, and so they're going to just put those out.
It has the original actors.
Yes.
Okay.
But he said the Flash is going to basically reset everything. The Flash movie is going to reset it all.
So they're pulling the X-Men.
Yes. And so then after that, you have Creature Commandos.
He said, sorry.
Go ahead.
He said Aquaman 2 is like the first kind of leaning into this new regime of like actually like dominating and resetting and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then after that, you have Creature Commandos, Waller, Superman Legacy, Lanterns, The Authority, Paradise Lost, The Brave and the Bold, Booster Gold, Swamp Thing, and Supergirl, Women of Tomorrow. And then you have Elseworld stories that so they'll come out, but they have nothing to do with the actual
Joker 2.
Right. You have Joker 2, the Batman 2, Teen Titans Go, and then Superman Lois.
There's a Teen Titans Go?
Like a show. Like a cartoon.
So
the thing is, they're intertwining everything. TV shows, all that stuff, because the Amazonian show
Paradise Lost
is going to be the first thing to come out of this new regime, but it's going to be a TV show, not a movie.
So is it like
here's how I'll explain to me, and correct me if I'm wrong. So how Marvel did all movies, and now they're doing movies, TV shows, whatever it is. DC is going to be doing like TV shows, and just doing a fluid motion through that way. Yes, it's going to be a very fluid motion through all of that. So it's not too much content taken at one time.
Right. And you're telling me Teen Titans Go is going to be a part of that?
No, Teen Titans Go is going to be
Elseworlds.
So Elseworld means it's not canon, essentially.
Right. So all these at the bottom, I'll show you. So the Joker 2, the Batman 2, Teen Titans Go. So these are all Elseworlds. So they won't tie into like the canon of this.
So like imagine.
You mean to tell me we're not getting Batman as a canon, the one that like came out recently that was so good?
Yeah, we're not, but that's a good thing. In my opinion, that's a good thing though, because if you had the Batman come out first, okay, the good thing about the Batman that just came out, Pattinson, was the fact that the realism that came along with it. Grounded, right? Mm-hmm. If you have Aquaman and you have all these other individuals, authorities, Superman, all those other individuals that are so incredibly supernatural, then it will take away from what made this new Batman so good. And so that's why they're incorporating the Bold and, what is it?
Brave and the Bold.
Brave and the Bold.
Right.
Incorporating the Brave and the Bold, which is a new adaptation of Batman and Robin that will be more in line in terms of supernatural capabilities than the other movies, right? So I guess your question was, what do you feel about these?
Yeah. So what of those on that list kind of stands out to you, pops out to you? You're like, okay, I'm intrigued.
I didn't know many of these things beforehand, personally, right? Because that's one thing that I like about also that they're getting away from the beaten path.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We've seen one woman literally for 60 years. We've seen some of the other characters for 60 years, whatever. But now it's like, okay, the Authority. Didn't know much about them. Heard some things, looked up some things. The Authority is one of the ones that I'm like, this is I'm intrigued. It's piqued my interest, mainly because they're called the Authority because they're like authoritative figures. So they're superpowers and supervillains or superheroes, but they don't apologize for the fact that's what they are. And if their society or their group of people are more, they're dominant over democratic societies of like the world, but they're just more like harsh with it. And that's all. And it also leans into the adult aspects of what DC is in comparison to Marvel. Right. And with James Gunn being like a comic book fan, you immediately know that he's going to lean into those aspects as well. Yeah. He's not going to shy away. He understood like what Marvel brought to the table, but he also understands what DC brings to the table as well. Yeah. And you understood and you saw that with Suicide Squad.
Right.
1,000%. Yeah. And some of these movies are going to be goofy. Some of them aren't going to be goofy at all. Yeah. Right. So and so I'm kind of just I'm ready. Yeah. And you talked about a couple weeks ago. You talked about how like the Man of Steel, how they had a plan for Man of Steel, but like they couldn't get to
that point. Yeah, he couldn't get there.
By laying it out this way and being a co-CEO. Right.
He's gonna make sure.
He laid out the plan. So the audience has the expectation of the plan already. Right. So all of a sudden they can't shy away, but they won't shy away because they understand what the ramifications of that will be. Right. That's what I like.
So you're saying Man of Steel kind of set the bar for that? Then?
I think it is at the bar. I think that we saw the difference, right? We saw what would happen if you had a movie that had a plan, but the plan wasn't presented to the general populace. but then it ended before the plan was executed. Now we have the plan. People already in line for execution, and it's been presented to us in a rollout. That's what I like, because you already have people in the community of like comics in DC. They're already stoked for it. Some people, I guess, don't like certain aspects of it, but from what I saw, a lot of people are like really like optimistic about how this is going.
Right. Because it's, you know what? No, you should go first. Why don't you go first? On that list,
My bad, I talk too much.
You're good. You're good. No. Because I was gonna go, but I was like, no, I'll go last. What title on that list stuck out, or did none stick out? And you're like,
no, I like Aquaman. I seen that. Is there a one called Blue Beetle?
Yep.
I want to see what that's about.
That one.
He's gonna be Latino, right?
Yep. It's the kid from Cobra Kai who played Miguel. If you probably haven't seen it, but
Best reboot of all time.
oh, you saw it? Yes. Okay.
I'm ready for this final season. I'm ready.
Me too.
I want to see Batman 2.
The Batman 2.
Yeah. What was the female Catwoman?
Yeah. You mean in the Batman?
Yeah, help me out with this real quick. So with the titles on there,
Yeah.
because my brain cannot comprehend. For each movie, who is the main person that's following?
So again, so because like you said, I don't think they put on here. Oh, so they did, so okay. Waller is a live action series, so that follows Amanda Waller from Suicide Squad, Viola Davis.
Okay.
Lanterns is a series.
See? Details, people, details.
Oh, okay. I was gonna get into those.
You're
but
probably gonna. No,
go ahead.
Nothing.
Go ahead.
I don't want to, because like, are you gonna
I
put the
want to see
artwork
the
you put
water
up?
now. I want to see that.
As I talk about them?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay.
So Lanterns is a
Ooh,
series.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, so it's basically he called it a
True Detective.
Yeah, style show with the Green Lantern. So you'll have Hal Jordan and John Stewart,
like the Lantern Corps and everyone.
but it's all terrestrial, so it's all on Earth, but it's them like policing Earth as lanterns.
That sounds sick.
So dope.
That
So
sounds
dope.
crazy. When you say True Detective, I was like, I like that.
Then there's Supergirl is a movie that's a film. Woman of Tomorrow. That one he said is basically so Kal-El in the story, as we all know, he's sent from Krypton to Earth, and he makes it to Earth safely. Supergirl doesn't. So basically, she's sent with her group of people. They get bounced off into another planet, and she has to watch all of them die. So when she comes to Earth, she's more jaded than Kal-El is. So she's not as
And that's supposed to be very violent.
yeah. And so
It's a violent one?
yeah. And so she's not going to be like how Superman is. She's going to be more jaded, more kind of just remorseful, more aggressive, which would be kind of cool. Booster Gold is a live action series.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, he's basically he's like a time traveler who was a loser either in the past, future, and does he come back?
He's a loser in the future.
Yeah,
and he uses future technology to come to the present
and give himself powers,
and like give himself powers.
Yeah,
and he's just like not a loser, but like he has loser qualities about him,
right?
But he's like not a loser here but he was a loser in the future. So he's like a loser time travel that has like gained like self-esteem.
Right. So I can only imagine there's gonna be episodes where people from the future come back and be like, "What are you doing here?"
Hey,
probably yeah.
We can only imagine.
Then you have Swamp Thing, which is a film. Superman Legacy.
Swamp Thing's gonna be a horror film.
Superman Legacy is gonna be a movie with a new Superman.
Yeah, I heard they let that guy go.
They let go of everyone.
Well, so he came out and said today that
today
or yesterday, but James Gunn said he was like Henry Cavill was never fired. He was like we just never like there was never an agreement to come back because so the last regime fired Henry Cavill. That's true, but
this new
one didn't fire him. They just didn't. There was no agreements made. Nothing. No contract signed.
I got you.
What about the Flash? That guy. Is he going?
So James Gunn said he's talked to Ezra and
he tripping.
Right. And so he said there'll come a time where they kind of meet back up and discuss what's best for both parties. I'm just like, I don't care how good the Flash apparently is. Like people are saying like it's the best superhero movie in
James
a while.
Gunn say it's going to be his favorite.
Yeah. So
or it is his favorite, I guess.
So I get it, but the man has been in a lot of shit.
So the Flash is the one that's been crazy in the real world.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Choking women and
That's crazy.
what's the word? Not pruning.
Grooming?
Not grooming. Grooming kids and breaking into houses. Like, yeah.
He's in one of my favorite movies of all time too. The Perks of Being a
Wallflower.
Wallflower.
Dang, that's a turn.
It is. And it's just like, dude, like, can you not be awful?
Yeah.
Right. Can you stop it?
And then The Brave and the Bold. It's a Batman movie with Robin, but Robin's his son.
I'm excited for
Damian
that
Wayne.
one. So okay, it's Damien.
Yeah, who was trained by the League of Assassins, and so basically Damian Wayne is he's like this bloodthirsty assassin, and it's a father and son story, but it's Bruce trying to reel him in, and
Oh
he takes
yeah,
on Robin.
Damian Wayne's a menace. Like all the things I've seen about Damian Wayne.
See, this is why I like this though. It's because it's different. Just like how the Batman with Pattinson is different than other Batman we saw, leaning into his detective abilities. I like this one also because it is different, and I like different if done well. Right. Because there's been so many Batmans. What's gonna make this one stand out? And I think that's the case.
Here's the thing. That is probably the one that I'm going to look forward to the most, not because of the movie itself, but because of where it could lead. Because if it's Damien, like you said, he's already going to be a wild card.
Yes.
Damien just does not care.
Does not care at all.
Oh my God. But if I remember this right, see, I got to look it up real quick.
You good? While you're doing that, no, because to your point, the cool part about The Brave and the Bold is because me personally, one, I'm kind of tired of everyone needs an origin story, everyone needs a backstory. Because back in the 80s and 90s, you didn't have that. They just showed up. Cool, I'm with you. So in this movie, you can have a Nightwing pop in.
You can have
Nightwing pop in. You can have Oracle. You can have and you don't have to have them have this whole backstory. Like
it's and the only reason the backstory thing is because of Marvel.
Right.
Yes. And they try to lean into
Yeah.
the successes of Marvel.
Correct.
So this also, and we saw it with James Gunn, right?
Yeah.
We seen it with the Suicide Squad, the newest one, where it was, we don't need to know the predecessors of Peacemaker. We don't need to know the origins of what the name is, Shark or whatever it is.
Yep. We're here.
We here.
Yeah.
All right, what's the mission at hand?
Get past it, move
and then
forward.
you like them based off their first mission, and
Yeah.
that's what gets you invested.
It's their character. It's not. It's not about their. Well, what did they do when they were 4 years old, and why did that penny hit him in the head and it caused him to do? No, we don't care. No, just
You can do character development
from present on.
not in many different ways.
Yeah.
Not just from when I first got my powers.
right.
I was a yee little boy.
So I had to look this up because I had to make sure I had this right. Damian Wayne recently is the Robin of the Teen Titans, right? The Robin of the Teen Titans becomes Nightwing. But the Robin of the Teen Titans originally is not Damian Wayne. It's Dick Grayson. However, canonically, Damian Wayne accidentally kills Nightwing and becomes Nightwing.
What's canonically mean?
Like in canon.
I want to help them out.
Oh.
So I do want to see a witty, like before that happens, I do want to see an interaction between a witty Nightwing and just like no nonsense Robin. And then I want to see how that turns, because DC can do something pretty big with that, because that's huge. Like that whole idea is huge.
If it doesn't, will you hate the movie?
I don't think I'll hate the movie. I'll just be depressed about it because
I'll hate it, but I have a worse reaction.
Right.
Well, and it's just because one of the things I know a lot of audiences are going to wait for are the three Robins interacting with each other, especially because you have the new Batman game where that happens. You're going to want to see that on TV. Watch this. Last of Us. You want to see the adaptation.
Yep.
You want to see how it transfers over. Because now it's not so much you have projected that personality onto them of, oh, I think this is how this, like they would act.
Right.
You have the directors who have been in this world who are diving deep saying, no, this is exactly how this interaction would go. We have all these different universes. This is how it's going to happen in the cinematic universe.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be something to see.
Okay. All right. Hey,
That'd be cool.
that sounds
The
really
Last of Us show is real good too.
Oh, that third season, third episode was
Yes, it is.
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
I do have one hope that they somehow in all that, because and there's obviously more to come. Like today they said they're still working on a black Superman. That's not Kal-El. It's like Val Zod or something like that. It's a black version of Superman. That's
what they call me.
The black version of Superman.
That's still in the works. But no, have you guys ever heard of the it was the proposed Ben Affleck directed Batman movie with Deathstroke?
No.
That was supposed to happen?
No.
So Joe, the guy who played Deathstroke in the Zack Snyder verse,
Right.
he kind of broke it down of like what the story was, and like it would have been dope. And like you could probably play it out and Brave and the Bold if you wanted to, like just kind of change a few things if you wanted to, but you don't have to. But because I think Brave and the Bold will be good by itself.
What has Ben Affleck directed?
Argo. Didn't he do? Did he write Good Will Hunting?
No, he wrote. Yes, he wrote it. Him and Matt Damon wrote
Okay.
it.
He did Argo, which he won. I think he won Oscar for. I think.
Okay.
He didn't direct Batman. He's Batman.
No, he just played him.
No, he just played it.
Oh,
Argo, Gone Baby Gone,
That's a good movie.
Gone Girl, The Way Back,
Gone Girl.
The Accountant, Changing Lanes, Man About Town, Boiler Room,
He's directed this much.
Yeah.
Triple Frontier, To the Wonder, Bounce, The Last Things He
he's a
Wanted.
good director.
I didn't know that he directed this much. I obviously just know him as an actor.
And
Right,
so
right,
I
right.
guess,
Obviously,
I
he's
guess
done
the
this
biggest
much.
ones for the DC are Zack Snyder's Justice League, Suicide Squad, The
I
Flash.
think he put producers on those.
Producers.
Yeah, he put a producer on that.
Yeah, produce myself.
But no. So in
Give me Jello.
in Ben Affleck's story that he had proposed and wrote, it was basically like it wasn't a horror movie, but it was like it had like horror themes of like basically Deathstroke knows he knows who Batman is, and he basically crushes his life on both fronts. So he's fighting him from in the shadows as Deathstroke, but then also crushing his life in the real world as Bruce Wayne. So then him and Bruce Wayne and Oracle or Batgirl are like on the run from Deathstroke the whole movie, and then he like puts him in a corner and then he has to fight his way out of it. And I was like, that movie sounds dope.
Well,
sounds good.
Yeah.
I think they teased that in one of the Batman games.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully they can get maybe somewhere they can figure out a way to use
Hopefully,
that.
but once again,
it's fine
I
if they
do-
don't. If they don't, it's fine.
It
I'm
needs
fine.
to be known
Right,
that
right.
these movies are so. I don't want to use the term out there, but I guess I will, for lack of a better term, out there. That I don't think it'd be smart for us, the audience, to have a preconceived kind of notion about what the movie should be.
Correct.
Any of the movies,
Right.
Yeah. Because if we do, we don't know what they're gonna come up with.
Right.
We can't just take it at face value and then judge it if it's good or bad based off that.
Right.
Because I think I think there's so much potential, and James Gunn has a good track record.
He does a very good one. And I said to you after Black Panther,
Right.
And it's something I've heard, so it's not my own creation. I heard it and it stuck with me. But to the audience too, remember this: for any movie, any game, any work of art, okay, don't let your speculation become expectation.
Right.
It is.
Clip that.
I will. It is 100% okay to speculate on trailers, on movie news, on video games,
Our
whatever.
editor, everybody.
Clip that. I will. Don't you worry. I'm not spitting fire.
But that is a big thing because I think what happens is when I've done it myself, where a trailer comes out and I'm like, this should happen, right? Or I would enjoy this if this happened, and then when it doesn't happen, I'm like, this is stupid. The whole movie, I'm like, this is dumb.
Stupid.
The stupid dums couldn't get my movie right. You know,
Couldn't get my movie right. Like this
This is
man
my
got,
movie.
like this man got financial backing in it.
right. And so once I learned that of like, no, just like you can speculate, it's fine, but don't
Right.
expect anything. And then when you go into the movie, sit down and take what it gives you, and then judge it from that.
Yeah, because I kind of did that to the Batman.
Oh,
Really?
Really?
Yeah, because I was like Robert Pattinson. I was like, man, I can't take him serious as Batman.
Oh, right.
And then I seen the movie,
You're like, holy crap.
and I was like, damn, he did a good job.
He out here proving me wrong. That's hilarious.
That was great.
That is mob boss energy.
He said, damn.
That is mob. I don't care what you say. Back to the boy thing. That's mob boss energy.
That's hilarious. No, that's I mean, we've all. I can't even want to for myself, but we've all done that before. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of just. That's why I don't watch anything past the first trailer of any movie.
Smart.
Like current, like they'll have like 3-4 trailers or something. I'm like, no, I'll watch the first trailer, and usually it's a teaser trailer.
Right. So
And
yeah.
I'll watch that, that's it.
Hey,
because
that's
they reveal too much.
That's
Right.
no, that's
I'm
you're
good.
smart.
I
I
stopped
don't want
doing that.
invitation
You're
like that.
smart.
I'm just ready to go and watch the movie
Yeah.
and be
You
good
go
with
with
I,
that.
I started doing that when the minute that Spider-Man came out, Homecoming. I'm like, I'm not watching it.
Same.
I'm not watching it.
As soon as they were like, and all of a sudden you had people zooming in like someone got punched, but obviously there's no one there on the trailer.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like-
I saw that the first time. I was like, oh no.
I'm like, it's too much. And that's hilarious. That's the exact movie I started doing this on. It was just a year and a half ago maybe, where I was like, I have to engage with newer film in a smarter way because they're doing the trailers and all kind of stuff for the views because they're obviously getting money off those views also.
Right.
So the more trailers that they drop, the more money they're going to
get.
inherently get before the movie comes out.
Correct.
And so I'm just like, I understand the marketing of that, but I don't have to fall victim to the marketing of that.
Right.
Yeah, because when I seen that trailer of Bad Boys 2 in the movie theaters, man, that's all I needed to see.
That's all I need to see.
That's all I need.
And
That's
seeing
all
the
I
trailer
need.
in the movies as a preview, I love previews.
Right.
You should have seen the whole audience in the movie theater.
For Bad Boys 2?
Or 3.
Yeah, for Bad Boy, for the trailer of it.
Okay.
When we seen it, man, everybody was so excited, man. We was jumping.
That's the
up
thing.
and
It's like
down and
unwrapping a gift
so
that you didn't
excited.
know you were getting.
Yes.
Right. No. So I'm with you. I love trailers, right? Especially in a theater. When we saw Black Panther,
Right.
Because you weren't there yet. You were stuck at the box office getting your ticket. Anyway, but before I had to come rescue you from that, the trailers were going, and so there's this lady with her kids behind me, and she was like, the movie's supposed to start at 3:30.
How old is she?
She was like 45.
I
Like
don't know how movies work.
yeah, she was like.
How you 45 don't know about trailers?
Yeah, she was hot. She was mad. She was like, movie supposed to start at 3:30. It's 3:45. She was like, she was fuming. I was like, bro, chill out. It's the trailer. We need this is the best part almost. Like sometimes,
Sometimes, because not even like the previews. So like before the previews happen, I even like watching those sometimes because I like anime. And so they'll be like, so and so coming to select theaters, whatever it is,
Right.
and it don't get an actual preview, but it gets like a preview.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to the movies on this very specific date to see this very specific movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so like when I get to actual previews, it's like that is a part of the movie going process. Right, like it's just a part of the aura that goes along with it. You're getting mentally prepared that you're about to watch a movie, and like that it all goes with the experience for me.
yeah.
Hearing the bass drop.
Yes, all that. I want to feel it. I want to see it, and I want to know what movies are coming out. Because I like seeing trailers of movies that I don't even necessarily seek out the genres of.
Yeah,
Because like there'll be horror stuff. I don't go to movies to watch horror movies. I don't even watch horror movies at all, or thrillers and stuff like that. There'll be trailers come out there. I'm like, that seems like pretty good. You know what I mean? Or I don't want to watch that.
Yeah.
But then seeing it in that screen,
Right. Yeah.
that the magnitude of
It just does something.
HBO Max don't do that.
As low.
Netflix don't do, a little Salt Bay. You know what I mean? I'm like, this tastes kind of good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, previews is a quintessential part of movie going experience that, listen, you got to be there for. If you're not there for that, you're missing out on, a large aspect of what going to movies is about.
Right.
Yeah.
You might as well have it on DVD.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. So my question for you then on that: would you rather have a trailer that was like showing a movie that was coming out, right? Because it's not something that's practiced too often, hardly at all. But would you rather have something that like say, okay, what's the movie that you would want to see like created?
Movie I want to see created? It's a great question.
Bad Boys 4.
It's already happening, Mike.
Bad Boy. He said Bad Boy 5. A movie that I would want to see created?
Yeah, just in general. Don't think too hard about it. Just like, that'd be cool.
Well, that's not. Cause I want to say anime adaptation, but
That'll work. That'll work.
They're never good, so I don't want to see that.
Bright 2.
Who?
Bright 2.
Right, too? Okay. Don't you think it'd be kind of dope to see a Sly Cooper movie?
From the
Video
GameCube
game?
Yeah, or no, that's not GameCube. That was
PlayStation.
Yeah.
All right. Imagine you're sitting in a theater, right? What would be more of an exciting experience? You're sitting there, you hear the theme song play of it, right? And you just see the title and it says coming soon, and then that's it. Or would you rather see like clips that are not in the movie but get you hyped up for it? What gives you that more of like, oh my god factor?
Clips that aren't in the movie.
That's scary.
Do I know?
Probably
No,
not.
because if I see any clip, subconsciously I'm looking for that clip at some point in the movie.
Yeah.
If it's any action at all, or maybe if it's just like a pasture with a sunset in the background or something like very simplistic like that, sure, I'm fine with the clip. But if that's just it, then I'm like, how good is this actual preview? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like me, I'm fine with a teaser trailer of here's a title, here's a graphic, let your mind run wild. If those are the only two options,
Right.
because my ideal option is you get a 30-second trailer that doesn't showcase the plot of the movie. It just gives you imagery of the movie.
I do hate when they do that.
That's it.
You hate when they do that, or you hate when they do what?
Show the plot of the movie.
I don't want plot. I want, this is some of the imagery of the movie. Here is the director.
Right.
You have seen past director. You have seen past things you've done, probably, if it's like this big of a movie. You have respect for the said director. You have some names of some actors and actresses in the movie.
Right.
So all of a sudden you're like, ooh, that's tight. I want to see them. Because that right there is what brings back movie stars, and the movies aren't the stars themselves.
Right.
And I like movie stars, not necessarily the movie being the star, because the movie being the star, that's more of like a corporate thing.
Right.
I like individuals.
But the only issue is, because we know, as you said in prior episode, business ruins art.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's never
So,
happened. That never
and
happened.
it is a business. So the reason why they show the plot, they show everything in it, is because they know that's what gets its asses in seats.
Yeah, because your brain wants to connect it.
Because I guarantee you, they've done. People, I promise you, people have tried. Hang on, nothing's new anymore. They've tried everything. Like to say, "Oh, I'm doing something." No, you're not. Everything's been done. Now it's just how can we twist it and make it somewhat, how can we Rubik's cube it? How can we kind of flip it on its head, right?
What makes your brain go woo?
Right. So I guarantee you, they've tried let's not put the whole plot in the trailer, and then the box office came in. They were like, "Well, that didn't really work. We thought it was gonna work." Because again, humans, we are dumb.
But I also understand that I'm not the demographic they're shooting for.
That too, right.
I'm more in tuned with the...
You're an auteur. You're an artist. Like, so you
right.
like you don't need. Hang on. Like I said, you don't want everything spoiled for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And neither do I. But
I want to process.
majority of America, the consumer, is like,
Exactly.
what's happening? What, Jimmy? What's happening? Okay, hey, man. Okay. Who's the blue guy?
Do
Who's
you
the blue
not?
guy?
Do you not think though?
Yeah.
With coordination, the population could be trained to think differently though.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
But hang on. But it's back to the whole thing of why business sucks, is because all they care about is analytics, right? That's all they care about now.
Why try something new
right.
when something's already working?
And that's why.
Yeah, if it ain't
that's
broke,
why
don't fix
in
it.
the last decade, we've had Charlie's Angels reboots. We've had no new IP, because the only new IP you get are books turned into movies or TV shows, because they're like, we know people, we know a million people read this, or whatever the consumer
Now video games.
right.
Also, yeah.
Like they're too scared to branch out to something new, because when they do branch out to something new, guess what? It flops.
It's a huge risk.
But,
I mean,
yeah.
that's anime for you. Like mostly any serialized anime was just like, well, the manga is doing pretty damn good. Hey, you want to pick up a season that's actually animated for people?
Yeah.
And then one of the things that irks me to this day, I don't know if you've seen it, Dead Man Wonderland, right?
I have. It's only one season.
Do you know why there's only one season?
I don't.
Because the manga didn't sell that well. Not the fact the anime did fantastic. They're just like, people in Japan not buying it as much. Screw it.
Yeah, but I think that was bound to change in the future, especially with how popular it's going to get in the United States.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, right?
Because
I don't know,
America
but hopefully.
ate that shit up.
They did. Which I don't love. I hate mainstream stuff. I hate things I love becoming more known to everybody else.
Right. And that's why I'm so driven on creating our own studio and our own production stuff, so that we can create new IP, not based off of a book or a comic book, or not like it's original stuff, original ideas, original concepts. Even though, yes, obviously we're inspired by something, right? But as original as we can be.
Taoism.
Right.
That is Taoism.
It's so, but yeah, like it's these studios they're just scared to risk their money,
Right.
And they're just scared to do it because, and to your point,
Risking money on me.
there you go. Well, that's enough movie talk for the day. We'll get into that. We can do the last topic, which is kind of a current topic right now. Your favorite YouTuber, Mr. Beast, is in
Awesome.
turmoil.
For what? The blindness?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
so-
don't know what's going on with that.
So
I'll tell you.
Mr. Beast
Can I-
put out.
do you mind if I get into? Do you mind if I indulge?
Will this be a cliffhanger for next episode on Dragon Ball Z?
It won't because I need to get into this. Do you mind? Do you mind if I get into
What
this?
time is it? You got 2 minutes.
Okay. So